All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are well today. What do you guys think of NVIDIA? Hey, what's up, Dan? What's up, Emmanuel? Good morning, guys. All right, so my poll for today, are you buying the NVIDIA or BBBY dip? You can vote on BBBY, NVIDIA, both or neither here. We're also going to do our Twitter poll. Yeah, are you subscribed? What's up, Larry? Good morning, man. Hope you're doing good, bro. All right, guys. So yeah, Nvidia down to 142s here. It's really broadly affecting everything. If you look at Apple, it's down. If you look at any tech stock, really, it's down. Tesla is down. The SPY is down. The Q is clearly down. You got Intel down. That's the one I'm hurting the most from is Intel, but it's not really enough. Like I might be down $30 today on this one, so it's not really broadly affecting me heavily. Luckily, I was able to take profit on my Snapchat trade yesterday, so I'm completely out of Snap. But yeah, let me know if you're buying any of these tech stocks up, what you think of NVIDIA. The news on NVIDIA is pretty serious here. And if you take a look at it, let me show you guys right now. So here is Bed Bath & Beyond. It's under $9 as well. So BBBY all the way at 890s here. Let me know what you guys think on this one. If we look at the actual news for NVIDIA, it's pretty surprising here. NVIDIA is down. The U.S. is moving to restrict its data center sales in China. It could lose up to 400 million in quarterly sales. Here is the link. What's up, Chocolate? Good morning, man. Hope you're doing good. What's up, Beach? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well, man. DS, what's up, man? I bought one share of AXTG yesterday at 78, sold at 11.75. Man, AXTG is crazy. Yeah, but what is this? Are you mean a different symbol? I don't see anything for AXTG. ATXG is, I think, what you mean. Yeah, ATXG craziness. Kind of a bloody day, man, for the market. Yeah, I'm kind of drinking my coffee now. All right, it's the first day of September as well, which is historically a terrible month for the market also. So, you know, y'all be careful on these months. Yeah, ATXG is an OTC stock. And so these happen, but man. What do you think about so far? Yeah, so ATXG, crazy IPO yesterday. Pink sheet stock. Not really my wheelhouse, but it went crazy. We also have jobless claims numbers coming out today if you look at the economic calendar. Jobless sales dropped today, or jobless claims, I mean, dropped today at 8:30. Yeah, we got S&P manufacturing PMI at 945. Markets are kind of getting wrecked. BGXX. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think this is good that Nvidia is getting banned overseas for some of its AI chips and its microprocessors. I just don't think it's good, man. I think that it's telling of the current state of the economy and world, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Um, I think we shouldn't kind of poke the bear, and I don't think it's a good move. I think it just antagonizes more, future problems, and ultimately we need to just be very careful and try to mend things with China as best as we can. You know. Like the U.S. and China, one of the things that keep us friendly is the trade relationship we have with each other. You know what I mean? And so if we start restricting our trade to them, it just doesn't look good for our relationship in that regard. And I think it's necessary to mend that relationship, and continue trade, especially with them, because that's one of the biggest things that keeps us from, having issues. So let me know what you guys think in chat. All right, guys. So yeah, Bed Bath down big today, under $9 a share. We've got NVIDIA at 142s. Yeah, I might start buying NVIDIA up, to be completely honest, if it starts to dip heavy enough. Yeah, 100% Mark. Well, I think both sides are poking, and I think it's important to keep a good relationship. All right, guys. So yeah, NVIDIA absolutely tanking down here at 142.40s. Are you buying this dip? I might start buying the dip. All right, guys. So we're doing our daily polls as we do. All right, guys. So we're gonna do our poll: calls or puts today. Calls or puts on NVIDIA after this dip. Are you buying the dip? Are you waiting to see if it dips more? I guess is the question. Now we got our poll live here. If you want to vote on the poll, we certainly appreciate it. The question is, NVIDIA is crashing down after the U.S. banned exports to China. Calls or puts after this dip? Here is the link if you want to vote on the poll. NVIDIA same lows. Yeah, y'all just be careful here. I'm holding some small stuff, but luckily I was able to get out of my big sizable positions. Like we're only down about 50 bucks today at the opening bell with all of this bear action here. So it's not really that bad, but we're probably going to wait to add. We're usually DCA, and a lot of these are holding long term, you know. So we usually wait to DCA into some of this stuff, but you know, the other one is Intel. How do you think Intel is going to get affected by this? This is one that I'm holding right now. So I might DCA into this one later on, but my average still ain't that bad on Intel here. So I could probably work that one to get a little bit better average depending on what happens. We also have jobless claims today as well. So jobless claims dropped this morning at 8:30. So we're going to cover that. Bed Bath under $9 a share here. Oh man. Yeah, so Raymond James downgrading Bed Bath here. Not really any big earnings today, but we do have Lululemon tomorrow, and we actually went to Lulu yesterday. Hey, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you guys. Y'all vote on the poll as well. Give me a follow on Twitter if you can. So far, 100% puts on the poll on Twitter. 100% of people saying puts. NVIDIA $2 away from $140 52-week low and $190 away from 52-week high at 330s. We also have the ETH merge coming up, and I'm curious to see how that's going to affect all of this, to be honest here. We have the ETH merge dropping, and so, you know, I'm wondering how that's going to impact things, to be honest. Do you think we're down enough to where we buy the dip? Yeah, and I like Lenovo, man. Lenovo's nice. I like Lenovo stuff. I hope the dollar falls in value, to be honest. If we look at the DXY here, I hope it falls in value, but it hasn't been. You know, so far today it's gone up in value. Here's the DXY. So yeah, so it's actually green on the day so far here. If we look at a 5-minute chart, you kind of see the bigger trend. The day started right here, and so yeah, it's actually dollar's actually green on the day, so the markets are probably going to start tanking here. All right, guys. So let's look at another thing here. I'm going to pull up one more chart just so we can watch the SPY as well, because we got NVIDIA, we got Bed Bath, and we got the SPY here. And I want to see how everything's broadly affected by this, which is everything. So NVIDIA dragging everything else down. It's also said it's going to do the same thing for another company like AMD is going to be affected by this as well. So if you look at like AMD here, AMD's getting hit pretty heavily too. They're all down sizably now. Again, the question is this dip done? Like, has this reacted, or do we fall more? Somebody else is mentioning, does the U.S. make more restrictions on their end, or does China make restrictions on their end now? I think that's the real question here. Does China restrict this also? You know, again, in vote in the poll, we so far have 3 votes. So not very many votes so far in the poll. We got 120 people here. Here's the poll right there. Vote in the poll. Let me know what you guys think regarding whether it's time to buy the dip in NVIDIA or not. Again, we could also look at AMD. We could look at a few other ones here, but yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, let me know if you're buying the dip. Bed Bath down, NVIDIA down, AMD down. We got the SPY down. We got the Q down. Everything's bleeding red after NVIDIA drops the market here, essentially. And yeah, hey, what's up, Pawn? The thing is, we haven't got to see the average investor reaction to the NVIDIA news. I would wait and see how the overall investors react. I think the big thing, yeah, all good, Pawn. Hey, get some sleep, bro. NVIDIA would buy the dip, but not Bed Bath. Yeah, so out of 100 votes already, Bed Bath has 21%, NVIDIA has 19%, 6% for both, and 54% for neither. So it looks like most people are not really super interested in buying any of these up. And understandably here, I think the problem with NVIDIA is that China might retaliate. And if they do, then it's going to cause even more problems here. You know, and so with that, that could be an issue, you know. All right, guys. So NVIDIA at 142 here. I don't know. Let me know if you're buying this dip. Actually, they just sold off their entire position in NVIDIA not too long ago. Yeah, so honestly, maybe ARK Invest did the right thing. Yeah, I saw ATXG, man. Look at ATXG just go crazy here. Look at ATXG. This thing went from like $12 in its IPO all the way up to 14 or 1200 and then back down to 5 here. And again, these are not really my wheelhouse. These are not really what I like investing in. I'm not really trying to gamble away my money in stocks like this. While they look exciting and all crazy here, like jumping in on an OTC IPO is usually going to be a losing endeavor. And so while it made money in this specific instance, it doesn't mean that you should have jumped in it or should have traded it. And yeah, you know, it's one of those things that people should really should understand here, you know. Yeah, Bed Bath at 890s here. Is it done? Is it time to buy the dip? John, epic call on Snap from 950. Appreciate it, man. Hey, all good, Joshua. Ultimately, they are licensing issues, so it will be delay shipping chips globally until proper paperwork is complete. Let's see how other countries respond. Yeah, that's the big one. Again, if China comes back and says, hey, well, we're banning our exports to you, that's a problem. You know, that's a big problem for them, for us. You know what I mean? You know, I'm wondering, and I'm looking up what chip makers are based in the U.S. or based in China is what I'm trying to figure out. All right, so U.S. has AMD, NVIDIA, Intel. All right, so Micron's based in the U.S., right? Yeah. MU is headquartered in Dallas. TSM is Taiwan. Bed Bath back of VWAP at 904s. 907s. Getting a little bit of a spike here for Bed Bath. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Costco. Let me know of any dip buy opportunities today, man. What you guys think? Jobless claims coming out at 8:30 today, guys. 8:30. Remember, we're going to be covering those as well here, team. Again, y'all do me a favor. Vote on this NVIDIA poll here, man. I'm trying to see if anybody wants to buy calls or puts today. Almost everybody's vote on puts. Nobody wants to buy calls this morning after all this craziness. Again, here's the poll right here. Give me a follow on Twitter. I certainly appreciate it. We're going to be doing a giveaway pretty soon, and it's going to be based off of you're going to have to follow me on Twitter anyway to get the giveaway. And yeah, y'all probably want to be a part because we're going to be giving away some good stuff. But regardless, give me a follow on Twitter. Vote on the poll. Yeah, U.S. unemployment numbers and jobless claims numbers. I bought one ATXG at 14 and sold it at 1,000. Wow. Yeah. Dude, nobody has voted for calls yet. 0 people have voted for NVIDIA calls. Here's another poll. Is there value in NVIDIA and AMD after these big drops? Do you think we might see some type of resurgence today? ETH merge might bring it. Yeah, 100%. That's the only question mark, I think, regarding it is will this ETH merge tank everything else down with it? You know? All right, guys. So Bed Bath all the way up at 909s here. 909s team. Kind of crazy, man. Y'all do me a favor. Bump those like counts up as well if you haven't already. Certainly appreciate it. Hey, thank you, Alan. Man, everybody's saying they want to buy puts for NVIDIA. Nobody's saying they're buying calls. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Liana? Yeah, I'm not buying it yet. Again, remember, there are some question marks regarding NVIDIA right now. Specifically, number one, the ETH merge coming out. The ETH merge coming out might broadly impact NVIDIA and other chip makers, right? The ETH merge is set to go through over the next couple weeks. And so if that drops, again, that ain't good. Jobless claims numbers dropped today as well. We just got a lot of stuff moving today, man. A lot of stuff going on. Do you use Tesla as an indicator? Well, we watch Tesla. I don't know if I necessarily use it as an indicator. We watch the sympathy from it. Will Intel benefit from this? I'm not sure I'm holding Intel. Not a huge position, but I am in Intel, to be honest. So hopefully so. Bed Bath popping back up here. So Bed Bath is popping back up. Wonder if I should hold or sell my NVIDIA shares. I'm not sure. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all boost those like numbers up, team. Bed Bath back over 9. Let's see if it actually holds. TSM, which is the Chinese chip maker. I think these are going to be struggling here. You know, I think there's an argument for both calls and puts, to be honest, on NVIDIA today. I think the call argument would be that we're pretty extended over the last couple weeks. The problem, though, is that if the ETH merge actually goes through, it could influence NVIDIA good and bad. You know, if the ETH merge doesn't go through, NVIDIA might soar on that news, because that means that people are going to still have utility of their mining chips from NVIDIA, right? If the ETH merge does go through, then that's not good for NVIDIA. That means it eliminates all of the ETH mining capabilities from NVIDIA. And so they're going to lose those numbers if the ETH merge goes through. And it's set to go through over the next couple of weeks, but it should impact chip makers heavily regardless of any of that. If we look at AMD's all the way down to 82 bucks. Here's Intel down pretty big as well. Not a huge amount, though, luckily for me on Intel. You got AMC, that 890s here, Ape. So a lot of red. The SPY is down to 390s here. I don't know if I'm going to buy NVIDIA up today, but I might buy some other stuff. It just depends. Morning, John. My account in bad shape. I don't think I could take another market downturn. A couple bad decisions the past 2 weeks with dumb IPOs and stocks trying to find a good squeeze. Hey, nice. What's up, Hurry? Sorry, I'm hearing about. I was responding to Tyree. Nice for you, Billy. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. But listen, man, I'm gonna give you some advice, dude. Okay, I'm gonna give you some advice, bro. All right. If your account's struggling from a few bad trades, then you are trading vastly too much. You are trading way too large, brother. Way too large, man. You know, you should be able to take reasonable losses in your account, and if you can't, and if you're struggling so bad from 1 or 2 losses this past couple weeks, then you are trading way too large relative to your account size, brother. And so again, it's all love here, man. I'm trying to give you the reality of it. I think you're trading too large, man. You might want to scale down your size, sir. You know. Now, whether you want to do that in your current position is completely up to you. Not an investment professional, of course, not liable if you lose. But yeah, just be careful, bro. You know, like a lot of people trade way too large than necessary. And I wish you the best, bro. We got jobless claims numbers coming out today. We do have jobless claims numbers dropping. We'll see how that shows. Yeah, crypto miners have been down, man. Bank of America announces 0 down payment closing cost mortgages for first-time home buyers in that communities. Nice, Tyre. Hey, that's dope, dude. That's great. Puts have been nice. Yeah, I bet, man. Puts have probably been raking in money. Hmm. Remember, guys, the market's closed for Labor Day. Not tomorrow, but the next market day after that. No, you hit the nail on the head. Hey, man. Like I said, I'm just trying to be honest, bro. Usually, that's a lot of people's mistakes, is that they're simply just trading too large relative to their account size, bro. You know. Hey, thank you, D Stewart. I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much, D. Shout out to you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm waiting to see some other stuff regarding all this stuff. All right, NVIDIA might be bouncing back up. Thanks for the advice, man. You are 100% correct. Trying to make up losses and just kept... Yeah, man, 100%. Dude, that's how it happens, brother. What's the coin futures contract, Joshua? This is what it is. We got 171 votes. 51% say neither. 8% say both. 19% say NVIDIA. 21% say Bed Bath here. Bed Bath is right around $9 here. Luna Classic is trending here. All right, guys, so spot pushing back up a little bit here, back up to almost 393s here. Now, I'm hoping it sustains and it holds these gains. Dude, the bird is helping the hedgehog. Anyways, NVIDIA dipping back down to 142s. Again, I'm not buying this right now. I'm not buying this. Like, I'm a big NVIDIA bull. I believe in NVIDIA long term. But short term, there's obvious risks. And again, I'll be honest about the risks. The risks are simple. The risks are, how is China going to retaliate? All right, guys. So we got a. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. So SPY back up a little bit, but NVIDIA back down under the 142.30 level. Bed Bath still over 906. So I mean, that's still kind of pumping here. We're gonna see what they do. This market will turn away around one way or another. I think Bed Bath is planning to announce a new CEO soon, maybe as soon as September 3rd. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I believe NVIDIA will go down to its 21 support level and of 120, and then will be a good chance to buy calls. Well, okay, so here's so this is what you're missing in Cal, right? So as you see here, NVIDIA could lose as much as $400 million in quarterly sales. The U.S. imposed new licensing requirements on shipments of some of its most advanced chips to China. Specifically, the AI chips is what it was shipping. They said it was a security risk. And so with that, they banned shipping some of those really complex, really up there expensive chips to China, which is going to cause NVIDIA to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, most likely. Now, they're also doing it with other chip makers as well, like AMD and so forth and so on. And so with that, is China going to react to this? Is China going to do the same back to us? Are they going to restrict exports to us in certain niches or sectors? And that's something to pay attention to heavily here. We also have the ETH merge coming up. And with the ETH merge coming up, that might cause NVIDIA and other chip makers to lose some ground as well, because frankly, the mining setups use heavy chips. They use chips a lot. And so with that, they might lose business on that front as well. And so I think there's a bunch of question marks regarding NVIDIA so far. And again, I'm a big NVIDIA bull long term, but of course, short term, there's risk. Long term, it doesn't really matter that much, but short term, there's obvious risks. All right, guys, SPY push it up though. That's good. That's good. And we'll see if Intel can bounce back a little bit. Apple's starting to rebound some, so we'll see if these continue to hold and ramp back up. SPY up to 393s essentially here, testing those levels. Bed Bath at 905s right now. 905, so we'll see what they do also. Buy when others are fearful when others are greedy when others are fearful, sure. But at what point are we playing with, is there potential risks to continue buying something with so many question marks regarding it? I think, I like NVIDIA. Trust me, I love NVIDIA. I'm a big NVIDIA bull and all. But the risks with it are simple. Again, what happens moving forward? Does the ETH merge go through is the first more imminent risk. If you look at like a site called When Merge, which is supposed to track when the ETH merge is supposed to happen. Again, ETH is probably going to lose some ground, it's probably going to lose some ground NVIDIA is probably going to lose some ground if the ETH merge goes through. Again, you can see we got 12 days, 5 hours left. The merge is supposed to happen right around September 13th. And so with that, if it does go through, what are the implications of that? Bed Bath back over 915, back over the 200 moving average here. We are getting a spike in NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA back up to 143.20s here. 143.20s. Now, again, are we buying this dip? Billy, good luck, man. Gas down to 339. Yeah, good for inflation. Got to wait to see what the market does before taking any trades today. Yeah, for sure. I feel you. Not a bad move, I think. Definitely some question marks today. All right, guys. So, hey, NVIDIA's starting to pop here. So that's nice. Let's see if everything else follows it up. Look at NVIDIA. Some type of news must have happened here with NVIDIA. Let's see what we get. So Canadian Solar awarded 353 million megawatts, or 353 megawatts per solar plus 1,000 megawatt per hour battery energy storage project in China. In Chile public tender. Financial terms were not disclosed. Again, NVIDIA popping up a little bit with the broader market and the SPY. Bed Bath is up too. We did DCA a little bit into Intel, to be honest, just now. So not too shabby, guys. We will take that. But NVIDIA's starting to pop up to 152s. Wish I had a 1,000,000-gallon container all about jobs. Yeah, jobs numbers coming out. Again, vote on the poll, as you do, team. What's causing this market resurgence here? Let me search NVIDIA, see what's popping up here. All right, so NVIDIA Corporation filed SEC Form 8K. All right, so I'm reading here that NVIDIA says the U.S. government has authorized exports, re-exports, and in-country transfers needed to continue the company's development of the H100 integrated circuits. Okay, that's what's going on here, guys. So NVIDIA, some good news actually out here. All right, so yeah, so good news here. NVIDIA, the U.S. government has authorized exports, re-exports, and in-country transfers needed to continue the company's development of the H100 integrated circuits. And NVIDIA is popping up on this news here. So here's the catalyst right now. So NVIDIA raking up here, which is good for me. Luckily, I was kind of DCAing into Intel a little bit. We've got 150 shares now. Let's see if that continues. See if that brings the market back here. Hey, what's up, the asterisk? I appreciate that, brother. He said I'm on the live observing John and keeping up with the chat. I really appreciate the insight so much. Let's get to the money. Hey, thank you, sir. We appreciate that, man. What do you guys think about this NVIDIA news here, though? I guess that's good, right? I'm still kind of researching on NVIDIA, guys. Let me know if it holds. The market's bouncing back nicely, though, which is good. Looking back up on the recent news, looks like everybody's talking about this. Let me know if you're buying some chips. All right, guys. So market's starting to pump up a little bit here. NVIDIA came right back down to 140s, though. But look at the SPY itself at 393s. Bed Bath at 915s. Let me know if you think that's cheap. SPY moving up. We got the Q at 297. 297. We got about an hour and 15 minutes before we get the jobless claims numbers that are dropping today. Jobless claims numbers are coming out today. Hey, what's up, Christopher? BBW, what is that? Hey, yeah, y'all join our Discord. Let me know if that Discord link works. Yeah, ATXG, just craziness, man, for ATXG. Look at ATXG here, guys. If you didn't see ATXG, it's an OTC stock, so it's not really my wheelhouse per se. But this thing was at $13, essentially, at its lows. Ripped all the way up to 1150s, 1100 plus yesterday. So just absolute craziness for this one. Absolute craziness. Well, no, she's out, Jeremy. So she got out of her position a couple weeks ago. You know. Bouncing back up at 144s here. Let me know if you're buying this dip. What a crazy day for the market. All right, guys. So yeah, bad bath out there. Look at ATXG. I'm watching a few other things here, but again, we're gonna tread very lightly today, heading into a lot of this stuff. The reality of it is there could be a lot of things that spark movements up and down today, and so it's one of those times where we are getting some dips, and so I might load into safe plays like Disney. But I'm not going to be loading into anything super tech heavy right now, as like, for instance, NVIDIA or anything chip related right now. I did DCA into Intel a little bit more just because every time it dips I kind of add to it, but aside from that, I'm not really adding anything else aside from maybe like Disney is what I'm thinking. Again, let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. So SPY's still moving up a little bit. Let's watch this 144 level on NVIDIA, which is right here. We're peeping this level out. Short term, maybe that's a relevant level here. We got Bed Bath up there. SPY started to rebound really nicely here. So, yeah, we're going to see what we get on those fronts. So my trades are starting to come back a little bit on that end. I might add a little bit to Disney here, though. Yeah, so we just added a little bit to our Disney trade too, but that's about it. We're not going to add it much more. We're going to see if we get some rebounds here. What's Netflix doing, man? I haven't seen Netflix in a minute. What's the 20-day chart on Netflix is slightly bearish. The 1-year chart is very bearish on Netflix, obviously. Down to 220s. Netflix at 200 seems like value to me, but like, hey, the low of the year is 162, so I don't know. SpaceX was awarded a $1.4 billion NASA contract modification for 5 additional Crew Dragon missions to the International Space Station. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know. Love your live streams. What do you think about SoFi as a good buying? I don't know. My news from NVIDIA is really everywhere, you know. So this is an 8K filing. And so we dropped it really as soon as it came out, and we also posted it on Twitter also. But yeah, you could see it on like TD Ameritrade and other places if you think that it's not true. So here, look, here's TD Ameritrade's source from this news. We're also using Benzinga scanners, so if you want to try out Benzinga, you can use the link in the description. I also posted the Benzinga link here if you're interested in it. Benzinga is super useful. Helps you find a lot of stuff. Best scanners in the game, in my opinion. And you can try them out completely free for 2 weeks without even needing a credit card number. So, hey, you want to check out Benzinga, check out that link right there. Yeah, we're adding small to some stuff here. Again, specifically Disney. We added a little bit to Intel. And we added a little bit to our Apple position now, too. And Apple, we made money on yesterday and then cut most of it. We had like 100 shares of Apple or so, and then we ended up taking profits all the way down to 25 shares yesterday. Luckily, it was a good move too, because everything kind of dropped yesterday. And now that we're falling down again, we're kind of DCAing into Apple. The only time I do this is when it's just really healthy companies. Like I'm not going to do this with mid caps or small caps because there's just sometimes those will go to straight zero. Yeah, we do have some earnings today. Not anything really big though, to be honest here. If you look at earnings whisper, we didn't really have anything major. We had Hormel, we had Campbell Soup, Build-A-Bear. Nothing really big. Nothing that screams, hey, let's watch it. This evening, though, we've got Lulu. Apple rebounding nicely. We'll take that. SPY started to rebound big too. There's NVIDIA back up to 144.70 or so. So yeah, those look good. Small and mid caps are not more risky. Either a company goes to zero or it doesn't. No offense, Zaylin. Number one, it's subjective. Number one, which means it's just opinion based. Number two, I would say small and mid caps are objectively more risky, however way you look at it. Like I've been trading for over 5 years now. The problem with small caps, and I'm going to tell you this, and it might not be fun to hear because sometimes the truth hurts, right? But the reality of it is that there's so much sensationalism in small caps. Like there's so much nonsense. Like you go to YouTube, you got a bunch of YouTubers pumping up small caps saying, yeah, this thing's going to go up 1,000x, buy it now. The problem with small caps is that the catalysts could not be legitimate. Like a lot of the time it's just fluff. Like think of the Wolf of Wall Street, Aerotine International, a huge company out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on the next generation of radar detectors, blah, 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 blah. And those are pink sheets. Those are penny stocks, right? That's what you have to do to sell them because they're terrible companies and a large majority of them will go to zero. The difference between buying a large cap or a mid cap is that you can bag hold a larger mid cap, or you could bag hold a large cap blue chip company, and chances are that it's going to come back over your price eventually are very, very high. You bag hold a penny stock, and the chances that that thing is going to go to zero is much higher than the chances that that thing's going to break 50. And so again, the problem is that people end up buying and trading small caps because they have small accounts, right? And they want to believe that they're just going to get rich quick. They watch some Tim Sykes videos and they think that they're just going to get rich quick, right? The fact is actually the opposite is more likely in those situations. And yeah, you might be able to pinpoint one or two small caps that succeed, but objectively speaking, looking at penny stocks, a large majority of them fail. They go to pink sheets. They get delisted. You never see them again. And so saying that penny stocks are less risky than large caps, to be honest, just shows a fundamental misunderstanding of stocks. Even put it this way, look at hedge funds are going to trade the safest things. Hedge funds, hedge funds don't really trade penny stocks. Why do you think that is? It's because they're incredibly risky. Anyways, it's important that you understand that too, because a lot of people are just losing money with penny stocks, but it's kind of like a pyramid scheme, right? You try to talk somebody out of a pyramid scheme, they get mad at you. They don't like you saying it. It hurts to hear. You're attacking their dreams. They think that they're going to get rich quick trading these nonsense things. And unfortunately, that's probably not the case. And usually the people that are telling them that are trying to sell them courses or trying to sell them services, or they're trying to pump up their own positions, which is most likely the situation. You know, you can pump up your own positions in small caps as well. And so it's just the truth, man. And nobody wants to hear it. The problem is that you got a bunch of new traders that are young and naive that get caught in it. You know, they think that they're going to get rich quick investing in XYZ penny stock. And the reality of it is the chances are more likely that it's going to go to zero. You know, they're terrible companies. There's not a lot of data out for them. You have to vet the catalyst a lot more. And frankly, if you look at it on a percentage basis, I would say at least 2/3 of them fail, you know, eventually. Hey, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. You know, the problem is, like, here's the thing, right? Is that you have catalysts, you have penny stocks like AGRX, right? AGXT or whatever it is. What was it? AGRX? No, what was it? It was and it did a crazy move, justifiably, like crazy move, man. ATGX is what it was, right? And you get stocks like this, right? And you get people that say, oh, well, if you would have bought it at 12 and held it up to 1,200, you could have made $1 million. It's like, yeah, if I would have bought Amazon 20 years ago, I could make $1 million too. You know, the problem is that very few people did this. You know why? It's because nobody's really buying this thing like that. You know, nobody's really buying it like that. The only people that get into it is a very niche, obscure penny stock, OTC market, pink sheets. You know, same stuff Wolf of Wall Street was pumping out. The quote from Wolf of Wall Street is they were selling garbage to garbage men. You know, and so again, these are terrible companies. Terrible companies. Most of the time when they do this, they're just getting pumped up as well. You know, unfortunately. And again, I'm telling you this not for anybody in the chat, because this is what people need to hear, because there's a lot of nonsense. There's a lot of sensationalism out there about penny stocks. Most of them are terrible companies. There's a reason they're penny stocks, you know, and you can say, oh, well, I've done the due diligence. The problem with that is that a lot of that stuff's not even accurate. It's fluff pieces trying to pump the stock up so it stays listed, you know, because if not, it's going to get delisted and go away. You know, and so they got to put out these crazy catalysts just to make them sound great. You know, an example of this is like Peloton saying, yeah, we got this huge Amazon deal. Bro, anybody can sell on Amazon. It's not like it's some super exclusive thing. I can sell on Amazon. If I wanted to say, I use the explanation of, if I wanted to start a Q-tip company called John's Q-tips, I could sell on Amazon immediately. Amazon would say, let me sell on them. It's not like it's some huge deal for Peloton. Like, they're just deciding to sell on Amazon probably because their business is slow, you know. But again, you can write it to where it sounds amazing. You can write it in the catalyst to where it sounds amazing and pump it up a little bit. But the problem is they very rarely hold those gains. Build-A-Bear earnings, BBBW. I didn't even know Build-A-Bear was a stock, to be honest, but it's definitely not a stock I'm investing in. I think retail is over with. I think there's too much competition for a business like this, and I don't trust the business model. Yeah, all good, DC. Oh yeah, bro. You think they always sound so good as well. The penny stocks always trap people in because they always sound so good because they have to. They have to sell you in a penny stock catalyst. It's not like Amazon where you can just get some literal news come out like, hey, this just happened, right? That's not a penny stock catalyst. Penny stock catalyst is like, oh, this thing is just going to go great. We've got amazing numbers and all that stuff, because they have to sell you on it, because the likelihood of you making money is way worse. You know, you can make money short term. You just can't invest long term in those penny stocks. Yeah, but Zaylin, again, that's most likely confirmation bias with you. No offense. I mean, it's probably just confirmation bias. Like, it's what you want to believe, probably because you're holding some penny stocks. And you could say you're not, but like, I think the likelihood that you're probably holding a bunch of penny stocks is very high. And so with that, you know, you could say, oh, some of these stocks have good financials, and maybe some of them do. But the problem is that even with good financials, the likelihood that these penny stocks are going to succeed is very low. And investing in penny stocks is usually a sucker's bet. There's a reason big hedge funds don't invest in penny stocks, you know, and the reason is that they're usually terrible companies. CrowdStrike had earnings come out a couple days ago. But it's all love here. We can agree to disagree. If you like investing in penny stocks, listen, do your thing. All I tell you, and again, you get people here and that have these conversations with me, and a lot of the time they want to be right, and so they are like, "Oh yeah, I'm up $30,000 over the last year investing in penny stocks." Really, but like deep down, I feel like a lot of those people know that's not really true. I think the unfortunate part is that people want to be right, and again, it's kind of like a pyramid scheme. Like pyramid scheme, all the red flags are there for it. Like all the red flags are there, but if you try to talk somebody out of it and say, "Hey, look, this is why these things are probably going to lose you money. This is why you're not going to make money in this." A lot of the time, people are just so desperate to believe it because that's what they want to happen, that they just kind of argue and they act like they're just so successful doing pyramid schemes, when the reality of it is a large majority of multi-level marketing or pyramid scheme workers lose vast amounts of money. And so all I'll ask for people out there, listen, if you're really making money, do your thing. But if you're not, be objective with yourself about it. It doesn't matter what I think, but just be objective with yourself. If you're not making money doing a specific niche of trading, doesn't even need to be penny stocks. Just be honest with yourself about it, because I'm not the one that y'all need to sell on it, Yeah, I hope we don't start losing power. Yeah, you could day trade these things. Yeah, exactly. No company ever IPOs as a penny. They become a penny because their management screwed up, 100%. It's not like you see companies IPO as pennies. So if a company IPOs and it's under like $5 consistently, something wrong happened. Like that company's not doing hot. And maybe it gets pumped up and runs. But again, I would say 2/3 of them fail. Again, the way I describe it is a sucker's bet. It's a sucker's bet. It's something that young retail traders end up getting involved with because they think that they don't have a large enough account to invest in large caps or mid caps. But the reality of it is, you can invest in large and mid caps. You just have to trade smaller. And you can't buy hundreds of shares, but you could buy 5 shares of something and make money. You could buy 5 shares of Tesla, or 5 shares of Apple. And probably make as much money, or if not more, with safer returns in those aspects. But it is what it is. Well, I'm talking about investments, Menina, for sure. Yeah, we did mention that a few times, Darwin. I think they will. The question is, what do they restrict? Like, what do they restrict on our end? No, I don't think going public is necessarily a bad thing. I think the ceiling for going public, I think the money you make from going public is far more than you make as a private company. Now, the issue here, though, is that profitable companies don't need to go public, and so I think that's the point you're making, is that profitable companies don't necessarily need to go public when they're as small as a lot of these small caps or OTC caps or penny stock or OTC stocks or penny stocks. Stock doesn't have to IPO, and so if they're forcing themselves to IPO too early to where they're IPOing at $1 or $2 a share or whatever it is, then they're probably struggling to make money, and with that, that's a bad sign. It's not a good sign. And I've been there, man. I've seen it. I've seen traders get wrapped up. I don't know how many people I've come here been like, "Hey, go watch ABC penny stock. ABC penny stock's gonna go to the moon. You'll see, you'll see." And then months later, it's just kind of like, you look at those penny stocks, and they're like 5 cents a share now. They're like delisted on pink sheet markets. They are, 10, 15, 20 cents a share back from $5, like from $5 down to like 5 cents. And then, sure enough, you just kind of never see those people again. It's hard for them to accept because, again, they got sold is what it was. They got sold on a stock, and sometimes it's hard to look at it objectively. All right, guys. So yeah, build a bear trying here. Here's the SPY though. SPY's starting to ramp back up. At almost 294 here, so that's good, man. The previous closing price is right around 295, and we had a pretty bearish day. But I'm hoping we get some comebacks. Oh yeah, 100% Liana. You know, I had a buddy of mine who, yeah, I used to trade penny stocks. Now I just do a daily penny stock rant to protect people, bro. Listen, my job is to protect traders. I have no reason to knock penny stocks. If anything, if I pumped up penny stocks, I'd probably grow faster. You know what I mean? If I acted like penny stocks were just the amazing investment that people act like, then I would just probably grow way faster, to be honest here. The problem though is that I run this community and it's a blessing to me. And I feel like in order to morally justify it, I got to be honest and real with people. And being real with people means telling them that penny stocks are nonsense most of the time. And that might not be fun for people to hear. They might get all stubborn and, this guy didn't know what he's talking about and unsubscribe. And that's fine, like whatever. But I feel a moral duty to say this, you know, even if I say it over and over again and everybody gets mad at me, you know. Yes. So NVIDIA is still restricted on selling some chips to China, but they did get approval for one of their big ones. Yeah, exactly, Liana. Liana said everyone wants to turbo their motor at a car meet. Not many have the engine to be able to run boost properly without, 100%. I had a friend who did the Sylvia swap. He bought a 240, and he threw the Sylvia motor, which is like a really powerful motor in it. And at the time, he just didn't really understand much about cars, but I did. And I remember telling him numerous times, I said, hey, bro, I was like, how much boost are you going to run on that thing? Because it was twin turbo. And he said, oh, I'm going to run 30 pounds of boost, 40 pounds of boost. And I'm sitting there like, I said, I think that's excessive, especially from a used motor. I told him, I said, look, you might want to, you know, if you're going to do that, you know, maybe lower the compression of your pistons or a little bit. Maybe don't run that much boost, man. If you want that car to last long, you know, then you probably want to run like 10, maybe, 15 tops. And it'll still be very fast. But like, you try to max out your boost like that, you're gonna blow your motor, especially if you don't lower the compression of your pistons and rebuild your, get new rods, get new pistons, lower the compression, all that stuff. And he didn't listen. He didn't listen. Sure enough, within like a couple weeks, I see him post on Facebook, blew the motor, blew the motor of the 240 of the Sylvia. And I'm just kind of like, bro, like, I don't know what people think, and I don't know why, but again, it kind of boils down to like, people want to be tuners, but they don't really know they don't really know how the motor works. Is really what it is. Yeah, if I would have put my money in 2 apples instead of all the penny stocks 2 years ago, I would have 50K account. Yeah, 100%. Oh, wow. It's a good fluke to have. No, you need to. It's not about lowering compression. If you want to learn, if you want to run 30 pounds of boost safely, you're gonna need to either lower your compression or run less boost. You know, um, regardless of how good of a tune you have and good fuel. I mean, I get it, but running 30 pounds is a lot. And so, while there might be a safer way to do so without lowering the compression, it's still not going to be as safe as lowering the compression, and it's mostly it's gonna be a ticker. It's gonna eventually just, you're gonna lose it. It might last for a couple months as opposed to a couple weeks if you tune it right, but eventually it's gonna go. You know. Yeah. Power doesn't mean anything if your motor lasts a couple weeks. 298 for the Q. SPY pushing back up over 394s. We got NVIDIA consolidating a little bit at 144s. Bed Bath up to 920s here. So Bed Bath is running up some. Did you ever find that leak? Yeah, we figured it out. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Thank you. Appreciate the support, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, Bed Bath back up to 920s here. We'll see if it actually holds. The SPY and everything else is kind of bouncing back some, which is nice. You love to see it. Hopefully, we continue to get bounce backs here. Kind of a bloody couple days in the market. Yeah, used to. Yeah, those motors are rebuilt every 5 or 6 runs. Yeah, 100%. And it's like I'm saying, man, if you want to make a twin turbo car your daily driver, you're gonna need to lower the boost. You can't run 30. You can't run 30 pounds of boost constantly and expect to just, get by, long term. It's just not gonna happen. You have to take the cut. You got to lose the little bit of torque you're gonna get from higher compression. You got to lower the compression because the turbo's eventually going to spool up and give it back to you. But if you don't lower the compression, you're not going to have a motor. If you don't lower the boost or lower the compression, you're not going to have a motor after a certain point. Is the reality of it. But the problem is that most people don't want to make that compromise. They don't want to lower the compression. They want all the power of a turbo, but all the torque of having high compression. And ultimately, you can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Eventually, one's going to fail. Anyways. All right, guys. SPY pushing up to 394.50s. Yeah, 100%, Chris. All right, guys. We do have jobless claims numbers coming out pretty soon here. Jobless claims data coming out. SPY moving back up in anticipation of this at 394.50s here. Let's see if we get back up to 395. Previous closing price is right at 395.18s here. We did buy the dip in Disney, so we added some to Disney. We added some to our Intel trade, and we're still in Apple here. We added just a small piece of that, and so our averaging in this morning worked nicely because we're starting to rebound here, which is good. We'll see if this actually holds though. We got NVIDIA at 144.50, so we're watching that. The SPY at 394.50 or so we're watching that also. All right, guys. So Bed Bath up to 924s. Let me know if you're buying that dip here, man. Uh, hmm. All right, guys. Sorry here. Let me see what we get. NVIDIA dipping under that 144 support level, pulling right back down to the 200 moving average, the 200 EMA, and the VWAP here. We're right around 143.70. Right around VWAP, right around the 200 moving average. Let me know if you're buying this dip. I kind of want to buy this dip. I might buy this dip. Let me see. What are we going to buy? 10 shares? All right, we're in 10 shares of NVIDIA. We'll see how that treats us. All right, so we bought 10 shares of this. SPY dipping down to 394s here. We'll see if we get a pop back up. All right, guys, so we're in 10 shares here. We'll see what that does here. SPY dipping down to 394. All right, guys. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys see. Bed Bath at 920s here. Let me know if you're buying the dip in Bed Bath here. Is it time to buy it? It's at 920s right now. We got the SPY at 394s or so, right under 394s here. So yeah, let's see what we get. Hmm. All right, guys. What aspect ratio this have to be? So we're all right. So we're in Nvidia. Nvidia's pumping up right now. So Nvidia's moving up some. Disney is also moving up really nicely for us as well. We got the Q with the SPY dipping down a little bit. Waffle House hash browns. All right, guys. And we got about what do we got? We got about 37 minutes until the jobless claims data goes live. About 37 minutes. Now we did have Nvidia pop here. We got Tesla on the move. We're watching Tesla for sure. Watching ATXG as well here. All right, guys. So Nvidia, we are pumping up a little bit. We got the SPY moving back up here as well. So we are getting Nvidia popping up a little bit. Bed Bath is pulling right back down to the 200 moving average here. ATGX. What is it? ATXG. Yeah, ATXG. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that update. Gotcha. All right, guys. So we bought the dip in Nvidia. That's turning out pretty well so far. Okay, so all right, guys. So we're still at right around 144 for Nvidia. Again, I'm thinking about adding a little bit more to it, but I guess we're just gonna sit on it. I think the news that they came out was obviously good. I begged. What's up, Ali B? Yeah. He almost could have retired. Yeah. CEG, where did the stocks move so high? It was OTC pink sheets. I mean, listen, I'm not one. I don't think it's really healthy to look back and say, hey, if I would have bought X amount of shares at X price before this X percentage run, that's a good thing. I don't think looking at it anything like that. Like I said, if I would have bought 5,000 shares of Amazon 20 years ago, I'd be rolling in money right now. But I don't think hindsight trading is a good idea. I think it just causes FOMO and causes people to be regretful over things. Like the likelihood that looking at ATXG at $13, the likelihood that anybody buying that and holding that would get that much gains from it is very low. And so while it worked in this specific instance, I don't think looking at it like you missed out on a ton of big moves is really healthy. I think it's kind of a gambling mentality, and I think it'll just kind of create FOMO in that regard, to be honest. So it's all good. Like I said, we get stocks like this every day. Y'all be able to, not like this every day, of course, but we get stocks moving every day. If you miss the ATXG move, just don't let it create some FOMO and cause you to trade riskier than you normally would, just to try to make profit back. You see some people flashing some gains about it. That's great. Be happy for them, but don't let it influence your own trading in a negative way. Right, exactly. Larry can afford to, guys. So you know what I mean. He has that money to spend. Just don't let FOMO get you. I see a lot of traders get really upset if they miss out on moves. Like I know a lot of traders that used to just get upset if they missed out on anything, and in the end, it's just usually not a healthy way to look at it. You gotta be okay with missing moves in the stock market. If you're not, then you're just gonna be struggling. Oh yeah, guys, we got the new rosy emojis here. And you can also see the members now have a rosy emoji next to their name here. I just like to know when it pops. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. All right. All right, guys. Let me see what else we got. All right, guys. So yeah, Nvidia starting to pump up a little bit. Sorry, I'm kind of working over here doing some stuff today on a slow day, guys. Hope you guys understand. SPSH. ATXG, yeah, ATXG just a crazy move here. We are NVIDIA. I might be taking some profit here. I'm not sure what I want to do in that regard. We'll see. We do have jobless claims numbers dropping in about 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes for jobless claims numbers. We'll see what we get. All right. So, Bed Bath & Beyond still at 915s now. We're watching that. And again, we'll see what we get on that regard. Let me get my Discord in here. All right. There we go. We added that. Sorry, doing one more thing, team. Sorry, I'm trying to capitalize on this here. I don't know if I should take 5 off of NVIDIA just to lock in profit or what I should do. Hold NVIDIA or sell it, bro. Whew, I don't know, man. I'm gonna sit on this for now, but all right, guys. We also have the jobless claims data coming out today. Remember, jobless claims report drops this morning. Be ready for that. We got jobless claims. We got NVIDIA popping up. Sorry, I've been a little bit quiet working on some stuff here for an early morning show today. And yeah, we got some stuff moving up a little bit. I'm hoping the market rebounds here. Let me know what you guys are watching. A little bit slow today, but that's all good. Higher and low jobless claims. Predict the trade. Yeah. I could take 5 off. I don't know. It's just such a small trade. It doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we'll take half of it off and just sit. We might add back to it. I mean, again, we're already holding Intel a little bit as well. We also bought Disney and added a little bit to our Apple trades this morning. So we'll see what we get. Jobless claims numbers come out in about 24 minutes. 24 minutes for jobless claims. Yeah, ATXG down to 484s. Let me know where you guys think it'll fall here. Again, we're also watching the SPY and other stuff here too. You know, SPY's at 293s. We did make a bunch of money yesterday. SHPH up 107%. Yeah, it's kind of a ridiculous move too for SHPH here. We'll see. All right, guys, Bed Bath popping up a little bit here. We might add back to NVIDIA. I'm not sure yet. All right, guys. So we still are at 144.60s here. SHPH. We'll go over that news in a second. Um. So my kids never, nobody can ever get into this room. We need some WD-40 for this door, guys. Here, I'm gonna have to go help them. Hold on, guys. Yes. Good day. No, it's alright. Oh, for Jack, yes. Okay, I'll leave it open. Alright. Sorry, my door's struggling over here, man. Ugh. And what's up, Ramsey? Fed won't be able to curb inflation. Peloton. Who says buy then stays? Who said buy? Did I say buy? I'll get out of here, James. Good day to you, sir. You mad? Yeah, honestly, I'm busy this morning. We're kind of working here. I'm not going to just be here all day. Silicone grease. I don't know if we need WD-40. Hey, NVIDIA fiasco. Yeah, man. I mean, we bought the little dip. We'll see. Honestly, like people can say other platforms are better, but they don't even show you their trades, man. Like that's the big thing. It's like, okay, like y'all are watching people that are claiming to make money, but they don't even actually show you their actual trades here. They just say, oh, I'm in this stock, or oh, I'm out of this stock, but you don't actually see anything. Like that's the issue. You know, like if y'all want to watch actual live day trading with a $120,000 account, this is where people do it at the open. You know, I'm not saying you can't find that elsewhere. I'm just saying, you know. But half the people don't even show you their trades, you know. And so again, we actually show you our trades here. But anyways, we got NVIDIA up there, pretty slow. Bed Bath is up there. We got Jobless claims reporting in about 19 minutes, guys. 19 minutes. We'll see if we get some good data there on those points. But kind of a slow day. Yeah, we need some WD-40 or something on that door. Yeah, they gave up so much on the SQ. I got a hunch heavy reversal. Well, yeah, that would mean the market has to reverse. If you're in the SQQ, that's essentially the short market volatility ETF. So it's the Q short. So you're basically betting that it's going to go down. Yeah, they can show their broker statements on good months, but the problem here is that half of them cherry pick that as well, right? So like if you could wait for a profitable month and then show your broker statement and then not show it again for like a year, then you're just cherry picking the profitable months and the rest of the months you're probably not up, right? And that's what a lot of them actually do is that they sit around and they wait for themselves to have a green month and then they make a video, broker statements transparent. It's like, okay, well, like if you're going to start showing your broker statements, why don't you show them every month? And show people what you're actually doing. Because showing your broker statement once a year doesn't mean anything. What it actually means, I actually trust those people less because of what that means is that they were only profitable 1 month out of the year, you know? Because if they were really trying to sell themselves on that, they would show their broker statements every month. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're going to show them 1 month, you better show them all months because if not, you're just cherry picking the few profitable months that you have and you're showing your broker statements for that. You know, that's the only issue I have with those. Not WD-40. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe. Hey, listen, we'll get it eventually. You know, it's not WD-40. Actually, my wife said the same thing. It's not WD-40. We actually have to replace some type of thing at the top of it. We got to get a ladder out here. That's what we had to do last time. All right, guys. So we still have NVIDIA up there right around $8. Finally finished what I was doing. Yeah. They be gaslighting. Hey. Top tier lubricators. Hey, we need WD-40, bro. Let me know what kind of WD-40 I should use for my door, sir. All right, guys, we're in Disney. We're watching Apple here. Now that we're done with our work, sorry, we've been a little bit quiet over the last like 30 minutes, and that's my fault. We've been kind of working on some stuff over here, but it's all good. We got jobless claims dropping in about 17 minutes, guys. 17 minutes. We'll see if we get anything good. Are y'all bullish or bearish on the jobless claims report here? We got about 424 votes on whether you want to buy NVIDIA or BBBY. BBBY is actually leading the pack with 23%. NVIDIA is leading after that with 19%. Or no, NVIDIA is after that with 19%. We got neither at 50%, so it looks like people don't really want to buy these. We also have the jobless claims report dropping in about 15 minutes, guys. So again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish on this jobless claims report. Bull or bear jobless claims report. Again, we're going to do this here. Let us know in chat right now, guys. Let us know in chat right now. And yeah. The poll here. We also have NVIDIA still pumping up. Maybe I shouldn't have taken profit there, but it's all good. Small little baby trade's fine with me. We have Apple dipping down a little bit. The SPY dipping down a little bit. Y'all, let me ask you, is it time for you to buy this dip in the SPY here? Especially with NVIDIA starting to pump up. I might buy this VWAP pullback right here on the SPY. Let me see if we can. Also notice, like, if I do buy the bid, I can get some better fills in that regard as well. Let me see. Okay, that's all the right ones. But yeah, so we're buying this dip on the SPY here. We're gonna buy 25 shares. I'm gonna join the bid and then try to drag this up a little bit so I get a better fill than what they would originally give me here. Yeah, so we're trying to buy this. All right, so we're in 25 shares of the SPY on this dip here. Let's see if it actually holds, though. Who knows if it will. Slightly green on it, but we'll see if we get the bounce. We got the pullback to the VWAP here. Maybe that makes a good enough spot for it. But NVIDIA is a great investment. Only go up. Oh, not today, man. I thought theater stocks would legitimately rise back. I didn't know. It was a meme till that week. Yeah. It's August, usually a slower number due to summer over. Yeah, for sure. HPCO moving. The stream, appreciate my guy. You keep it real. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, would have been a good time for the good day, sir. Remote. I know, bro. I got to throw that thing up there, dude. We got my man, Gene. What was his name? It was Gene Wilder. Yeah, that was his name. I got it right. Yeah, so we're in the SPY here. We bought the dip. We're in NVIDIA as well. I kind of want to buy the dip, this little latest dip in NVIDIA right back here. I guess we will. I know NVIDIA doesn't have some really good news, but I don't mind buying this little pullback here. We're also in the SPY right now. We're holding a bunch of other things too. We're in Disney. We bought Disney as well, and then kind of took profit and then added back on Disney. The Q pulling back to the VWAP area also. There's a new Willy Wonka movie coming out, bro, called Wonka, with Timothy Chalamet. Man, what a French-sounding name, bro. That's got to be a stage name, bro. If it's not, you know, I don't even know. All right, guys. Hey, we got NVIDIA rising up to 145. We're watching that. Jobless claims numbers drop in 13 minutes. We got the SPY. We bought the dip. Hopefully this doesn't punish us for buying the dip around the jobless claims report. It could. We'll see. What about Bitcoin today? Bitcoin has been, you know, not really the healthiest here, to be honest, over the past couple weeks. Again, we had the big drop. The big thing that mostly affected all these markets is the Jackson Hole Symposium, you know, JP meeting and the rest of the meetings, man. He basically brought us down to earth. And again, we had already, I think we're a little bit overbought territory heading into the Jackson Hole. I think people were watching rates, and, you know, whenever we came in a little bit lower rates than expected, as well as inflationary data was a little bit better than expected during the last FOMC meeting. When all that stuff happened, I think people were very, very optimistic, and the market kind of flew up leading into those things. But I think we were a little bit in overbought territory, and I think that's what Jerome Powell was ultimately thinking here. And so with that, eventually, Jerome Powell came out with the Jackson Hole last Friday and essentially brought everybody back down to earth, and that essentially just tanked the markets here, just dropped the markets heavily. Now, again, the question now, though, is after Jackson Hole, is there value to be had right now? Like, is there some value here, or or are we going to continue to drop more? I think that's the real question. Is there value, or do we keep dropping more? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Pawn. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So Nvidia bounced it up a little bit. We're still in our SPY trade. Bed Bath is at 920, so it's kind of slow. I hear a lot of people talking about HPCO today as well. HPCO, and that one's kind of ramping up. It's at $9 now as well, so that might be interesting to pay attention to as well. We got PXMD also moving. The other crazy one is what was it? AG. Well, I keep getting them mixed up. AXGH or AGHX or AHGX. Man, what is it, guys? I keep getting this wrong. It is ATXG. ATXG with craziness yesterday. Now, it's all the way back down to the 485 level. So we'll see if it ends up bouncing or holding there. And again, let me know what you guys think for this one. Again, we're all the way back down to the 394 level in the SPY. So we'll end up cutting this if it doesn't end up bouncing at the VWAP. Just kind of a small trade. Yeah, HPCO, yeah, been ramping up big here. All right, guys, so NVIDIA is actually starting to push back up here. It's back up to 145. So let's see if the SPY can bounce. I'll give it a split second, but we're not going to hold this forever. Apple is right around the VWAP as well. So, I mean, if you're going to look for a bounce play, maybe Apple will do something here if it bounces at the VWAP with the SPY and Q. But maybe not as well. Again, we got BBBY still pretty low and rough looking here, to be honest. Not the best looking chart at 920s right now. So, again, just not the best looking chart, but, it doesn't mean it's necessarily done. Just let me know if you're finding value in that one as we speak here. We do have the jobless claims numbers dropping pretty soon. And so we got about 9 minutes before the jobless claims. I might do some options after the opening bell on the SPY, but you can't buy options at pre-market. Apple did bounce a little bit at the VWAP here. If we look at Apple, you can see Apple bouncing some at the VWAP. We'll see if that drags the SPY up as well. Bed Bath is back up to 923s here. So Bed Bath is back up to 923s. And yeah, we're at 156.50s here that we're paying attention to on Apple. So Apple rebounding nicely here. That's good to see. Again, we're still in the SPY though, and it's not really doing too much. NVIDIA is up as well, but kind of a small little $10 trade or so. Bitcoin just recently tanked under the 20,000 level here. Look at Bitcoin. It's down to 19.98. So Bitcoin just dumped down a little bit. So that's not good for Bitcoin, of course. I really want to see Bitcoin hold over 20K. But I can't say I'm super confident in it. The other one is ETH here. With the ETH merge coming up, ETH is currently sitting right around 1,500s, about 1560s in terms of pricing, 1,568 right now for ETH. And we're pulling back to the 200 moving average. So we'll see if those actually hold also. Again, we're in the SPY, basically pretty break even here. But we do have Apple dipping. Disney has been slightly moving up from the drops it took initially. What essentially happened today is that NVIDIA dropped their results. Or NVIDIA announced that essentially the U.S. government is going to be restricting exports to China and some other countries. And with that, that's going to squash a lot of NVIDIA's business, unfortunately. And so NVIDIA absolutely tanked and kind of dragged the rest of the market down with it. And most major large caps dropped. If you look at Netflix, down. You look at Intel down. You look at AMD down. So microchips are certainly hurting, but not just microchips. You look at Tesla down, Q So tech heavy ETF down. And so in the end, like we're getting drops in everything, mostly from the NVIDIA news that came out. Now the question is this news going to keep the stock market down, or are we going to start to rebound a little bit? Obviously, I want us to rebound. I don't want to see bear action here. I'd like to see the market do well. But you never really know. And, the market can sometimes be moody. So, yeah, I'm a big NVIDIA bull long term, but short term, I think there's risks. Again, especially with the ETH merge coming out. The ETH merge, to put this into perspective, there's two different types of cryptocurrencies that are major cryptocurrencies. There's proof of stake and proof of work, right? When you hear proof of work, it just means that they're mineable cryptocurrencies. It means you can mine them, right? And there's big business around mining with mining rigs with microchips, right? They use these microchips and big processors to mine cryptocurrency to try to make money. And, some of these miners have thousands and thousands of rigs set up using these NVIDIA chips and so forth and so on, right? And so the big question mark with the ETH merge coming out is that the ETH merge, what that means is that ETH is going to go from proof of work, which is mineable, to proof of stake, which is not mineable, right? And the speculation here, especially for microchip stocks, is that once that happens, that's going to eliminate a lot of business for NVIDIA and AMD and these microchip companies, because people aren't going to be able to use those chips anymore to mine Ethereum, which is the second major largest cryptocurrency in the world. And so with that, there's the real speculation is that people are going to start unloading some of these rigs because they can't mine ETH anymore, right? So they're going to start selling these rigs. These rigs are going to lose value, and in turn, the microchips and sales from those microchips might dwindle down as well. And so that's the question, how big does this ETH merge go through? Now, at the same time, though, they've been talking about this ETH merge for years and years now. So it's not like it's something that is certainly going to happen. They've been pushing it back and forth for years and years now. And so there is a chance that the ETH merge fails. And if it fails, ETH still is not going to be mineable. But maybe that's going to cause some bullish sentiment in that regard. And again, let me know what you guys think. We have 5 minutes before the jobless claims report drops. 5 minutes, guys. We're going to cover it here live as it happens. And yeah, we're up a little bit in our SPY trade. Not too much, but some, We'll keep holding it. We bought the dip at VWAP. We'll see if we bounce here. And we're using the volume weighted average price for this. And yeah, we'll see what we get. Center world, yeah. Short-term supply of video cards flooding the market. Right, exactly. Where do you see BBY going? No idea. Yeah, so jobless claims numbers coming out. All right, what this means is our employment data, right? This is a measure of how many people are out of work at any given time. Here's the thing, right? With inflationary problems, it's actually counter to what you might think it is. If you don't understand this stuff, just to put this in perspective, with inflationary data, sometimes it's better to have less people at work, because less people at work means less people with disposable income. And with less people with disposable income, less people buy products, and the more products need to drop. So it actually does more to combat inflation, having worse than expected jobless claims numbers, if that makes sense. Having less people working can cause inflation to go down because you got less disposable income out there, to buy products, and businesses have to lower their pricing in order to compete with that. Right. So that's a dynamic of the market that you do want to pay attention to. It might be one of those things where we get worse than expected jobless claims, or depending on how you say it, better, with less jobs out there, or less people working out there is what jobless claims is really about, not jobs. Less people working out there. That might be good for inflationary fears and cause the market to ramp up. Now, you never really know, and we're going to report it as soon as it happens here. But that's the big question mark with jobless claims is, if we come in lower than expected, is that better or worse for the market? Is that better or worse for the economy? And is that better or worse for inflation overall? That's the question mark here. And again, let me know what you guys think. We got over 400 people here, so we appreciate the love and support, as always, guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, Larry says, whatever the numbers show, it'll be bad. If unemployment number is good, Powell raises rates, numbers are bad, market is upset. 100%. It's a balancing act. I hear a lot of people talking about HPCS. I'm not going to hold this position either. I'm going to cut this position before the jobless claims numbers are released, because frankly, I don't feel like getting stuck in a crazy big drop if that does happen, which is certainly possible. A lot of people talking about, what was it? HPCO. HPCO flying up at 890s here. And again, we're going to cut this. It might be something where it rips up, but that's okay. We're not going to take that risk and just kind of sit on this and wait for it. But yeah, jobless claims numbers dropping in less than 3 minutes, team. Less than 3 minutes. All right, guys. Bull or bear on the jobless claims numbers. Less than 2 minutes here, team. Disney's moving up a little bit again. NVIDIA creeping back down some. HPCO is up to 893s. There's also a little bit of risk of me holding NVIDIA like this, but like it's all good. We got a large enough account to where it doesn't matter too much. I'm hoping the market bounces back. SPY's starting to dip in anticipation of these jobless claims reports coming out. And so again, we'll see what we get. We got about a minute and a half left, team. Here's the dollar price. So we'll see how these impact everything here. But the dollar, it's a daily chart. I don't want to see that. I want to see a regular DXY chart. All right, so here's the dollar index here, guys. So if we look at there's a 1 minute chart. All right, so here's the 1 minute chart. And the dollar is actually gaining ground here. And this is not good. In order to see the markets do well and cryptocurrency do well, you actually want to see the price of the dollar dropping here. You want to see this fall, okay? Because that's better for equities and cryptocurrency also as well. And then we have the SPY dipping below VWAP pre-jobless claims numbers here. So SPY dipping below VWAP here. We got Bed Bath down to 910. We got NVIDIA dropping down to 144.30s. So we'll see if these hold. And we'll see what these jobless claims numbers show up. Hopefully it's not more bear action. Market can't really stand more bear action, I don't think, short term. I don't think it's good if we just tank down here. But we'll see jobless claims numbers coming out in less than a minute, guys. Yeah, bear, Sandy says. My question is, can jobless reports be purchased? I don't know. Pump that stock. I'm not pumping any stock, really. If you think I'm pumping NVIDIA, bro, you don't understand the stock market. All right, guys. So less than a minute here. All right, guys. Yeah, NVIDIA has a float size of 2.4 billion. That's the public float. All right, guys. So there is the data here. Let's look at what the jobless claims numbers are out. All right, let me see what the jobless claims numbers are. Looking these numbers out now. And the numbers came in. Nothing yet. I see productivity. Okay, jobless claims numbers came in at 232,000 versus 248,000. So lower than expected initial jobless claims data, lower than expected data, and the markets are actually pumping up, which is good. And so again, exactly like I said here, we had lower than expected numbers, and the market is ripping up here. Here's the initial jobless claims numbers right here. Lower than expected data. Continuing claims came in on par with expectations, which I don't know if the market's going to have a good or bad reaction to that. I know we want lower than expected data here for jobless claims numbers, but they are out. Here is the full list of data right there. And again, you can see we've had initially a bull reaction. We're up to about 393.70s on the SPY. Initially a bull reaction. But again, initial claims came out at 232 versus 248, so lower than expected, which is good. Continued claims came in at 1438 versus 1438 expected and previous of 141. So higher than last time, but on par with expectations for the continued claims. But the initial claims came in better than expected, which is, again, you can see, for instance, the SPY initially got a little bit of a pop-up, mostly a neutral reaction so far, though. Jobless claims 4-week came in at 241 versus 247 last time. And so we do have that data as well. We'll put this up. Okay, gotcha, Sword. Yeah, my bad. I thought you were talking about me. But yeah, you can see we also have the initial data there. Again, y'all hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We drop these datas live every weekday right here for free. Don't sell anything. Don't charge for anything. SPY turning down here. So SPY dipping down. Down to 393s here. I guess the continuing claims came in neutral. So that might be causing the market to drop as well. Hey, do your thing, Sword. What's your thought about Bed Bath here? Well, I think Bed Bath depends on how you want to look at it. I think it's very cheap at these levels, but it could keep dropping more. You never really know. All right, guys. So market's tanking down here, and maybe it might be a data short. Where do you find this data? I find it on TD Ameritrade and Benzinga. You want to check out Benzinga, check out the link in the description. You can try it out for free for 2 weeks without even needing a CC number. All right, guys. So NVIDIA dipping down here. We're kind of break even. SPY down as well. Kind of a neutral reaction here. We didn't really get anything super positive. Or we got lower than expected job numbers. But depending on how you want to look at it. I think we need more unemployment for a bullish market because that's what Powell expects. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Again, we haven't had any big brash reactions yet. We're down slightly from this red 392.90s here, 392.90. So we're down some, but not any huge brash reactions yet. Again, y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bed Bath all the way down under $9 here, under $9. We got the SPY at 393s or so, 393s. All right, guys, Bed Bath all the way down at 899s here. We got the SPY breaking these, I don't know if these are lows. They're not quite lows of pre-market, but they're not good. All the way down to 393.80s here. Bearish, bloody market. All right, guys. So SPY dipping down some more here. NVIDIA finally here, and we're about break even right now. We're up, or we're down 5 cents. So nothing too crazy. We'll give the market a chance here. We're still holding a little piece of NVIDIA just because it's so extended on the downside. And we'll see what happens. Nothing major in terms of positioning today. I don't trust the market right now. It's a blood red market lately. So it's one of those things where we'll see what we get. Bed Bath at 890s here. Yeah, SPY dumping down though on this jobless claims data. Those market kind of falling. SPY dipping. We did have non-farm numbers here that just dropped here. Here's non-farm numbers as well, quarter over quarter. Productivity came in at minus 4.1% versus 4.5% expected. That might be dropping the market. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. And so just to put this in perspective, so productivity and labor-related inflation, per this, are directly linked to a drop in a worker's productivity is equivalent to a rise in their wage. So productivity and labor-related inflation are directly linked. Okay, a drop in a worker's productivity is equivalent to a rise in their wages, right? So again, essentially, this is bad, for inflationary data, So coming in worse than expected in terms of productivity means higher wages, more inflation with those higher wages, right? So that's what's essentially tanking down the market. Bed Bath & Beyond just popped over 9 here. But yeah, you can see the SPY at 392s. So not good. And so again, we had continuing claims come in on par with expectations. Initial jobless claims came in better. Initial jobless claims came in at 232 versus 248. Non-farm productivity quarter over quarter for the second quarter came in worse than expected, which again could be signaling we might have some higher inflation. What's up, Tilly? Hey, also, y'all do me a favor and hit that follow button here. Hit that. I want you guys to help me test something here. So we're trying something out on Discord, and I want to make sure that my Discord link actually works. So here, let me Let me make sure my Discord link actually works here. Hold on one second. Does this Discord link work for you guys? Let me know. Does this Discord link work for you? If you haven't joined our Discord, give it a join. It's completely free. I had an endoscopy when I first started having these problems like a year ago or more, a little bit over a year ago. So they didn't see anything in the endoscopy. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they didn't really catch anything in it for me. All right, guys. So Bed Bath just dipped under 908 under VWAP here. It tested VWAP, rejected there. SPY starting to bounce back a little bit. We're still in NVIDIA small though here. But yeah, y'all do me a favor. Join the Discord. Let me know if it works. I certainly don't, Leon. Am I the only person that trades to 90s country music? Nah. I like some country, but not that. You know, not 90s country for the most part. HPCO's got a lot of people talking here, but yeah, SPY reacting. There's HPCO at 830s, 840. So HPCO has been ripping up. It's dipping under the VWAP now. Here's the SPY. Still consolidating here, and again, we had lower product what was our productivity numbers? All right, so productivity went down. So actually, by my logic, yeah, by my logic, that might be worse for inflation, and that's causing the market to drop. So yeah, the higher the productivity, the better the economy. The worse the productivity, the worse the economy. Clearly. So yeah, we'll see what we get. But yeah, y'all let me know if that Discord link works. Again, can you guys try this Discord link in chat? Yeah, if you have not joined our Discord, there's a link. Try it out. Let us know if it works. All right, SPY is popping up at 393s here. 393s for the SPY. We're going to report these jobless claims numbers coming out. All right, guys. NVIDIA's still trying to bounce here. Yeah, added the swing channel. Yeah, well, the market's mostly reacting bearishly from this data come out. It's at 393.80s here, so the market's actually kind of popped back down, unfortunately. I like some country, but it's very niche for me. All right, guys. So NVIDIA's still trying here. We'll see if the market can rebound now. Yes, Discord works. Okay, my man. Thank you, J Tug. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir. Truly appreciate that. Really wanted to test it to make sure it was working here. So that's all good, man. I appreciate the support. But yeah. Garth Brooks. He's the Backstreet Boy of country, you know. SPY started to bounce back up. Is at 393s. We got NVIDIA at 144s. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see, guys. Man, I was looking up something. I can't remember what it was. Let me find it. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, let me try this out. Okay, gotcha. All right, guys. So yeah, NVIDIA trying to pop up. Let's see if it holds the VWAP. It's right around the 200 moving average and the VWAP area. So we'll see if these levels hold. See if the market can get back over VWAP here. That's what we want. That's really what we want to see. Hey, what's up, J-Tug? So did you just join? Let me figure this out. Let me see server insights. All right, guys. So Bed Bath is back over VWAP at 908s here, 908s GCT. Okay, so you just joined, J-Tug. I'm trying to see if it's something on my end with something. So did you just join or did you just post a message? Or had you joined previously? Sorry, trying to check things with it. Thank you for helping me test this out, to be honest. Yeah. What do you guys think about September here? You know, September is historically the worst month of the year in terms of activity in the stock market. So what are you guys thinking heading into September here? Like good or bad, bullish or bearish? You buying up stuff? You waiting to buy stuff? Let me know. All right, guys, NVIDIA is starting to bounce back up. And again, we pulled back to the VWAP and the 200 moving average here. So we'll see what that does. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll see what we get, team. Market's starting to rebound a little bit. NVIDIA back up there. Again, we're sitting on a small piece of it. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just kind of sitting back waiting, team, to see if we can find something that's favorable. Market back up to 393s here. Starting to creep back up here. We got Apple bouncing back. Disney bouncing back a little bit. So we are seeing some rebounds and some stuff over the last 5 or 10 minutes. 5 of the last green candles have 5 of the last candles have been positive here. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully we get some resurgences and stuff like this. I'm hoping we do at least. NVIDIA up to 144s. Yeah, that's right, Rick. I think that's the smart move, man. Hope you're doing good, brother. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Look, we got a rosy emoji right now, Rick. Check it out. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do this. Put the rosy emojis up in chat, guys. Rosy emojis in chat. Throw them out. Could Jay-Z recent IPO? Over the last couple weeks is what I mean by recent. But it just kind of dumped down so much here. I think there's just a lot of bag holders in this thing. It opened up at 126 and now it's at 570. So it's one of the worst performing IPOs in recent history, in my opinion. And so the risk is there for sure. I would just be careful. You know, I mean, I don't know. It might be worthwhile to buy, like, for me to buy like a share or two in case it ever comes back here. It is gapping up today. But, you know, again, it went from 186 down to 5, essentially. So there's just risk there. And so y'all just be careful because, again, I don't know what the risk reward is that situation. We could ask the chat. Do you guys like Jay-Z? Not the rapper, the IPO from the last few days. Do y'all like it? Spy rejecting here. GCT, good fundamentals. No, he's not tied to the IPO. What do you think China's economy is going to get now? How it will affect the U.S.? Well, I think they're going to put some restrictions on us now, clearly. But who knows if and when. JCT looks really rough, man. Did AMC get diluted? I'm out of the loop recently. They didn't dilute themselves. They just have both APE and AMC shares. So I guess it depends on how you look at it, whether they were diluted or not. But yeah, they essentially did the equivalent of a reverse split. But there's two separate securities that are connected to AMC now. There's APE and then the AMC Class A shares. And so AMC has their previous float was about 500 million. Maybe more than that. And so now that they have the APE shares out there, then yeah, I guess you could call their float $1 billion now. But again, it depends on how you want to look at it. So yeah, shares outstanding is showing APE and AMC is what they're talking about. So outstanding shares just means all the shares, including APE. So yeah, their shares outstanding is still there, but their float size is still 515 million because that's just pegged to AMC directly. Their outstanding shares are all the shares. Their Class A AMC shares and then their APE shares as well, which is now 1.034 billion. So yeah, that's kind of what's going down. Kind of a boring slow day right now, to be honest. All right, guys, NVIDIA still pumping up here. Yeah, Jay-Z, I don't know. GFAI. I've had a few people mention this one today. We can take a look at it. Here's Bbby, though. Bbby all the way down to 906s here. If we're looking at GFAI, I've seen a few people mention that one today. It's at 43.5 cents, 43.5 cents. So we'll watch it, but you know, who knows? I guess no September action. Are you a September baby? No, I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't born in September. September is kind of slow. September is historically the worst month for trading, guys. So understand that. September is the worst month for trading. There's not any big earnings reports really this month. If we're looking at earnings reports here, there's nothing really big on the books here. There's Lulu today. Next week, there's essentially nothing in terms of earnings, and so it's going to be a slower month here for September, and that's okay. Neo drops their earnings actually next week on Wednesday, and I think GameStop's one of these days too. It might be Thursday. No, GameStop is Wednesday of next week also, so that'll be big. Also, Dave & Buster's is big too, so we got some stuff cooking here. DocuSign is then. Kroger Friday, Monday, the week after we've got Oracle. Okay, we'll cover Oracle. CNN or Ferg. Let's see, Ibex, Aspen Group. We're looking at earnings next week. Nothing really big. A few weeks after that. But again, September's kind of a slow historical month for the market itself. Like if we look at some of these polls here. Let's see if we can find some up. But NVIDIA's bouncing back here. So we did buy the dip in NVIDIA. So that's nice. So we're catching that bounce back. So that's cool, at least so far. Trying to find a graph. I saw a graph yesterday about September here. September is certainly historically the worst month for the stock market here. If we look at this source here. So this is up to April 2017, so it's a little bit behind here. But if we look at this, here is September. You know, and this is up from January 1950 to April of 2017. Here's September. So September is one of the worst months here. I think an updated chart might look a little bit better than this as well. I think we have one somewhere. Let me find it. But yeah, September is certainly historically the worst month for trading by far. Yeah, so here's the average Dow Jones according to Holbert ratings. Here's the average Dow since 1987. You know, and so honestly, May's not great, February's not great, but if you look at September, that's the real bad one. It's way down there for September here. So yeah, definitely not a good month for stocks in September. And again, it kind of with some of that, even this morning with that big announcement, it's kind of ringing true today with NVIDIA news. Why September is bad for stocks is debatable. It's just about how, like, historical relevance, like why. So here's some takeaways according to Investopedia. Since 1950, the Dow Jones has averaged a decline of 0.8%, while the S&P has averaged a 0.5% decline during the month of September. So just his ETFs, broad market exchange traded funds, just perform worse in September. It's an anomaly. It's unrelated to any particular market event or news, and the September effect is a worldwide phenomenon. It doesn't only affect the U.S. markets, which is interesting. Some analysts consider the negative effects may be from seasonal behavioral bias as investors make portfolio changes to cash at the end of the summer. Certainly plausible that that's the reason. But yeah, that's what people are speculating on. Now, who knows why the real reason is? Let me know what you guys think the reason for the September slump is in the chat. But yeah, historics, you know, kind of give you an interesting story here on why September's rough. Dollar breaking his bull flag on the daily. I hope the dollar can bear flag here. I want to see the market just tank. Or not the no. Let me rephrase that. I want to see the dollar tank. I'm sorry. I want to see the dollar tank. Yeah, here is the dollar right now. So the dollar's starting to dip a little bit here. Hopefully it's not a bull flag, and hopefully it just keeps on a dipping right here. So you can see we moved up a little bit. We're certainly dropping down short term here. Hopefully that causes things to pop, but honestly, who really knows in this situation? All right, we're at 144.50s here, 144.50s on the SPY. A lot of people talking about HPCO today as well. HPCO dumping all the way back down. Had a big day earlier in pre-market, but just kind of started to fade back now. Slow because there's no volume. Well, it's not slow necessarily. I mean, I don't know. August is one of the great months we've had. Like, we've been growing crazy, thousands of subs over the past couple months. Really, past couple weeks. You know, past month we've grown by over 2,000 subscribers. And so it's not slow for my channel for sure. I'm hoping September's not too much worse. Possibly October taxes. I know I get the October extension as well, so I've got tax season. So I'm pinching pennies a little bit right now because I got to pay tens of thousands of dollars in taxes. And so I'm kind of pinching pennies right now too. And maybe that's why, maybe that's why people have less money to trade equities. Big time traders too, have maybe less money to trade. It could also have something to do with futures and the harvest of goods and release of their data, possibly, for sure. ATXG has been ramping up too, man, but a lot of people are talking about ATXG today. If we look at ATXG, it's kind of struggling right now here. I mean, it's down to 484s. The real question is what this one does at the opening bell. That thing went absolutely crazy parabolic. So that's the real question. Quarterly taxes, yeah, possible. Meta is green. Yeah, but not for long. It's starting to dip now. All markets are starting to dip really right now. Yeah, here's the SPY. Gotcha. There's 392s. Watching Netflix, Tesla, Bed Bath, of course, NVIDIA, ATXG. Hopefully see we're up to 380. Yeah, it's a slower day, bro. There's just not a lot of stuff going on right now. So, a lot of stuff moving, but falling here. It's just kind of a blood red day. All right, guys. So NVIDIA pulling back again. Hit and run today, yeah, for sure, bro. It's just slow. We'll see. We'll see how much we trade, but hopefully we get some bounce backs today. We're gonna trade the opening bell and then probably run. Not a lot of stuff going on today, and so we got some earnings that we're gonna do later. Where did FMTX come from? I'm assuming you mean ATXG. ATXG is the crazy one that's been running up today. I'm going to GTS for a bit. And then get the charge around 10 time. You have a good one. Hey, you as well, brother. Thank you, man. What happened to AVCT? Quit trading 2 days ago mid-morning. Partnership. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see if we can find the actual data pool for this one. Or AVCT. Looks like they've been halted now for a minute. AVCT's moving still. Yeah, AVCT just dumped down, but it's starting to rip back up over the last couple days here. It's still under 50 cents, though, so I think there's just inherent risk there. FMTX, all of a sudden it's in second place. This looks like an acquisition or a split, probably an acquisition. Unless it's a 2-to-1 split, this is probably an acquisition. They jump on 48% on 1.18 million. Yeah, so this is an acquisition with Novo Nordisk. So here is the catalyst for this here. So it's an acquisition, is what this is. It's right there for it. So yeah, anytime you see a stock gap up like this, right? So if you see a stock gap up and there's no range in between, it's either a split usually or an acquisition, right? So if there's no price action in between, it's usually a split or an acquisition. Now with this one specifically here, it's to determine whether it's a split or an acquisition, you have to look at the price, right? So if it was at like 30 cents and it's now at $3, then it's logical to assume that it's a 10 to 1 split, right? It's taking every 10 share and it's putting it into 1 shares and it's boosting the price 10x. Now, if it looks like this, where it's 1340s and it goes up to a specific price and then stays sideways, then the chances that that's a buyout or an acquisition are much higher, if that makes sense. So yeah, $1.1 billion buyout deal is what this is. Yeah, so sorry, man. Did you know Ross Ulbricht has a Twitter account that he actively posts on? Who knew, man? SPY up to 293s here. 293s. There was news for ABCT. Yeah, but it's still too cheap for me, bro. If it's under 50 cents, I'm probably not interested in it. It doesn't mean there's not going to be some companies that end up like doing well from that, but I'm just not messing with anything that cheap. We did have a pop in Intel. We got a little bit of a pop in Nvidia. Apple's starting to rip back up as well. Disney's up a little bit also. So we're going to see how the opening treats us. And if there's nothing too crazy, just kind of figure out what we got to trade with. Hopefully we can find some good momentum today, but again, very down, red, bloody, sideways day. What about Luna Classic? I know a lot of people were kind of talking about Luna Classic. What do you guys think about that one? It's such a slow day right now there, man. Look at NVIDIA dump here. We're going to have to cut our little baby position here. I'm just not trying to hold this. So we'll get out small and let that work. But NVIDIA just tanked back down. And yeah, we took a small loss. But that's just a big drop under some big indicator levels like the 200 moving average and the VWAP. We're just not trying to hold through that. Megal. Oh, all good. Hey, what's up, I am? Hey, happy to have you here, as well, man. Yeah, so it's just a slow day today. If you're just now joining us, it's a pretty slow day. There's not really much going on. Markets are blood red. Not really any craziness. Aside from AXTG or AXGT or AXHT. Man, I can't get this one right, bro. I can't remember it, bro. I hear so many of these, dude. This is ATXG is what this is. ATXG. Yeah. So here's ATXG. We're watching that. It's at 500, but yeah, it's gonna be a slow few weeks of earnings. We got some earnings coming out next week that are big. I'm also thinking about doing the Lululemon earnings stream. What do you guys think about that? You guys think I should handle that? Do you think Lulu is a buy? When I check on it, Lulu shows signs that we might be getting some good action here for Lulu, but I don't know. Is Lulu a stock? I went to Lulu yesterday. It still had a ton of people, but things are just so expensive, bro. And honestly, it's unnecessarily expensive. Like Lululemon, bro. Like they're selling like a little flimsy pair of shorts for like $100. You know what I mean? Like a little flimsy hat for like 80. You know, they're selling a freaking backpack for like $500, $400. It's just kind of crazy, man. Like they're just kind of bumping up prices to see if they can get it, and people are paying for it, man. You know, we went there yesterday. My wife loves it. My daughter loves it. I don't know what to say about it. It seems a little sleazy and gimmicky to me, but like, hey, I don't trust it long term at all. But short term, they're just a money making machine. You know, as we've said, and so we'll watch it. But yeah. The question, though, is are we going to get enough people to cover these earnings? Some retail stores haven't missed a beat. That seems like one of them. Yeah, well, Lululemon's just rolling in money. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Elam? Hey, thank you, brother. Yeah, ATXG, absolute craziness. We're going to be watching this one at the open for sure. Discord link says invalid. Already? Yeah, let me fix it. I will fix it. What's up with the loyalty badges? That's Rosie. That's my puppy. So yeah, you can be graced with Rosie's presence in my loyalty badges. What do you think about Mullen? I don't know, man, about Mullen. Mullen is one of those companies that I don't think is going to succeed as an automaker, but I think they might be able to succeed and get bought out sometime down the line. You know what I mean? Yeah, again, Lululemon's just inflated pricing, unfortunately. It is the big thing. Like, the prices are just so high there. All right, guys, we got about 17 minutes left. John, you missed the craziness. You have AXTG. Yeah, for sure, I did. And that's okay. Like I said, sometimes we're all gonna miss some stuff, and looks like I missed the AX. The AX, man, bro. I can never get this right. Yeah, well, they also have the ETH merge coming up, which is just rough, man. Bro, if I miss this name one more time, ATXG. All right, so it's right around $500. The question is, does it hold these levels? All right, we got NVIDIA at 144s. Bed Bath still at 9. So pretty weak looking. Yeah. Meggle, yeah. Yeah, we're just kind of sitting back here. Not really much going on. Gold and silver on sale. SPHP. I've heard a few people mention that one too. Or what is it? SHPH. Yeah, look it up to $93 a share. Is this a recent IPO as well? When did this IPO? Yes, this one IPO'd yesterday. SHPH. That one's crazy too. Yeah, we'll try. All right, guys, we're kind of sitting back. A little bit of a slow day. Look at SHPH try to run here. We also have the SPY just kind of curling. SPY is all the way at 292s, under 293s. Just a blood red market. I think a lot of people are just not participating in this market right now. Rip the pound. Still waiting for AMC to go to 2,000. You're going to have to keep waiting, sir. Meggle creeping back up. Man, Meggle might be worth a dip if it starts to actually, like, move at all. You know, like maybe Meggle if it starts to actually move. Hey, man, did you start by paper trading? Yeah, well, you at least need to learn how to trade with paper. You can also do stuff like Top Step here, and Top Step will get you around the PDT rule. I think that's one of the Top Step's more interesting aspects here. So, like, Top Step will get you around the PDT rule. Like, to give you an example here, right? So you can do a funded account program from Top Step. You can see we made about $1,000 over the past couple days here. And if we go to this week's trades. You can see like this is my profit graph on Top Step, and Top Step is good because they give you a demo, and if you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with 90% split. So it's like there's some pressure on you to succeed, and essentially when you're trading this, you're essentially trading the SPY here. You can see I'm running about 78.5% accuracy on my Top Step account so far. This is my profit graph with fees included, so we're up about $930. You can see it is a demo, so it's the combine here, and we're mostly trading our TD Ameritrade account, so we're just kind of doing this on the side for fun. But you can also see like we're up to almost 51K. We got to get to 53K to go to step 2. But again, you know, once you hit their targets, they fund you. And here's all my trades. So yeah, we've been getting some nice trades involved on Top Step over the past couple of days. But this is essentially trading the SPY. So you can trade the same way I trade in the futures market with no PDT rule. And Top Step's legitimate. They fund thousands of traders a year, pay out millions every year. If you want to check them out, here's the link. Great way to help support your boy here. Billy, I know it says, I know you're more of a day trader. I've been swing trading and investing a lot lately. My favorite long-term holds are Disney, you know, Apple. I think a lot of people hate on Disney because of political stuff, but like I've said it a million times, Disney just makes so much money. They own all my favorite things, right? Marvel, Star Wars. So like long-term, I like Disney. You know, I think Disney, you know, when it gets close to $100, there's some value there. And I just don't think Disney's going to fail. I don't think Disney's going to lose too much value. I think they own a lot of my favorite media companies and a lot of my favorite media brands like Star Wars, Marvel, ESPN. You know, Disney owns ESPN. So it's like Disney owns a lot. And with that, I think there's value. And, you know, their price is dropping. I also think Disney Plus is doing very good. People act like it's just failing, but it's not. Disney Plus is doing great. A lot of people have Disney Plus, and they're growing pretty much every quarter here. So I think they're interesting in that regard. Yeah, for sure. It's impossible to not think like that, man. A lot of people think like that, bro. It's impossible not to, but like in the end, it's one of those things where you just got to be smart and you got to take things slow and take it slow and steady and, you know, understand that like you're going to miss out on moves. Like I've known a lot of traders, guys. Very few of them were long-term profitable that got really upset, you know, if they missed out on a big move. But it's like you can't get that upset because you're gonna miss out on moves constantly. You know what I mean? Like the market is full of missed opportunities, and so if you always get upset every time you miss something, then you're always gonna be upset. To be honest, here, you're just always gonna be upset. You're always gonna be mad. You're always gonna be frustrated because you're missing out on stuff. And it's one of those things where you got to be okay with missing things here. You know, and you're gonna miss things. FMTX. Yeah, this is just an acquisition. Hey, what's up, Lurkin Luke? Hey, what's up, man? I miss money every day. It's all good. 100%. I just need my piece of it. You got your coffee on point. I had to give up coffee, bro. Unfortunately, I had to give up coffee, man. Coffee messed with my stomach too much. And I love coffee too, dude. But I've been drinking these stevia colas. They're a little bit better for me. They're easier to handle for me. All right, guys. We got 8 minutes here. 8 minutes. All right, guys. NVIDIA is still breaking down to 143s here. 143s for NVIDIA. So not looking good. All right, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond at 908. So we're going to see what happens there. Maybe they get a rebound one day. Hopefully that's in the books for them, but who knows? Yeah, coffee, I think, has been giving me orders. How can the squeeze be done if the shorts didn't even close, but even increased? Reg show starts tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, listen, I hope you're right, bro. I'm not saying it's over. I'm asking people. There's a question in the chat. is what I was asking people. So, you know, and it kind of a blood red day, man. A lot of weakness in the markets, a lot of down red activity. SPHP, 7 minutes, guys. And again, we're gonna keep it a short show today. I don't have too much time. And it's a little slow as a whole, which is okay. I don't mind taking, you know, a day off or so. So we'll see what we get. SHPH. Yeah, SHPH got a hold though. You know, so it's just got a hold. All right, guys. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. All right, NVIDIA down to 143s. SHPH is just flying up here. I don't know what this is, but man, it's ramping up. There's SHPH at 92s. We got 143s for NVIDIA. All right, guys, NVIDIA at 143s. We got SHPH at 93s. 4 minutes, guys. Man, Lulu just dumped out as well, man. Is Lulu going to get destroyed for these earnings? Let me know. You think Lulu's going to tank from these earnings, guys? Buy it up, Lulu, right now? Let me know. All right, guys. NVIDIA is still breaking down at 143s here. We got SHPH up there. What stock do you want me to have on this right side of the screen here? If you guys want me to have anything specific up, let me know. We got about 2 minutes left until the market opens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, guys. Yeah, I had to give up coffee completely, bro. It just wasn't my thing, man. I was struggling with it. Snap trying to run. I love coffee, dude. Coffee is amazing. It tastes great. I love it. I love the taste of coffee. Again, the problem with coffee, though, is that my stomach just can't handle it. I've tried it many times, and I always have to end up giving it up. For whatever reason, like this stevia cola, my stomach can handle better, right? So coffee, for whatever reason, it's just too acidic, I think, and it just kind of knocks my stomach out. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half left. Minute and a half left. We got a few things popping up before the bell. There's Snapchat ripping up. We got Apple up there at 156.50s here. We've got Bed Bath at 905s. We're also going to put it on sub-only mode, guys. So hit the subscribe button if you're supportive. We appreciate you all. We got NVIDIA back down at 142s here. 142s. Apple up there to 156.50s here. Disney completely break even. SPY down to 392.70s right before the open here. We got about a minute left on the SPY. SPY is at 392.75s here. Announce yourself. Let us know you're subscribed to your team. Announce yourself. We got it in sub only mode. Everybody give me a call out in the chat. Let us know you're subbed here, supporting the channel. We appreciate the love and support. Slow day in the market, but that's all good. We'll get some more activity. September is the worst month historically for stocks, and so a lot of people are probably scared to trade right now, and we'll see what we get. But 40 seconds, guys. A little bit less than 40 seconds, actually. Hey, what's up, Justin? Lowell, thank you. Ricky, Hawk, Sweden, Bowler Bear, Home, Shan, Gary, hey, we appreciate you all. Rick. Hey, we appreciate you all, guys. Like I said, we got it in sub-only mode. It's definitely a slower day. We only got about 2-something people here, which is okay, man. It's been an amazing few weeks for growth, bro. We have grown by thousands of subs over the past couple weeks, and it's been amazing. We're pushing towards 100K. I hope we can hit it this year. And so listen, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. You know, we produce completely free trading content. It's been an amazing few months, and help us grow, man. Jump on that wagon here. There's the opening bell. We got the open live. NVIDIA dipping down to 141.50s. We got Bed Bath spiking up to 911s at the opening bell. We have the SPY up there to 393s here, 393s. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, Rick. Hey, thank you, Ed. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. Again, we got Bed Bath dipping down after popping up a little bit. The SPY is down to 393s. I'm really curious to see what we're going to get in terms of AXTG or ATGX. ATXG, bro. This thing's got my number, dude. I can't even pronounce this thing ever. But look at Bed Bath up to 916s, 913s, 915s here. So Bed Bath, is it going to run at the opening bell, guys? Let me know. NVIDIA up there 140s. It's not bad. I mean, a lot of my swing trades are starting to look a little bit better with this pop at the open. Bed Bath all the way up to 920s here. Bed Bath trying to run. ATXG is not moving anything, so maybe it starts to run later. There's Bed Bath pop at the opening bell. Snapchat down some. Here's the SPY itself. So the SPY itself is over VWAP here. We get a little dip. We're going to buy this dip. So we're under VWAP now. We're going to wait for a bounce back before we actually load into any of this. And if it breaks lows, we'll short it. Sideways activity, very choppy right now. Nothing really moving. You go ahead and short this at the low. All right, cover. Waiting for a pop and then short it again. Got about 10 seconds until another candle opens up. We get another candle to the VWAP. We're going to short right into this. New candle opening up right now. Bed Bath up to 925s. We didn't get a pop to short into this, man. SPY looking red. Bloody market right now. 930s here on Bed Bath. 930s. All right, shorting the market, starting to ride these breakdowns here. We've been capitalizing on this bearish activity at the open. NVIDIA starting to creep back up. So we got a little bit of a cushion to short into. We've been shorting this pretty heavily at the opening bell. All right, covered a little bit. 10 shares left, or 25 shares left. Shorting this bearish activity. Waiting for it, try to be patient. There's the drop. Go ahead and cover there. All right, so we're up a little bit. Definitely a blood red market right now, man. And again, we might be adding to some our longer term positions, but yeah, definitely not what we want to see. Tanking, market's tanking down here. We're gonna add some more, maybe a little bit low for an ad. We might actually rebound back. Yeah, it's all right. We'll try to add back. Bed Bath pulling back here. NVIDIA trying to pick up some ground right now, though. So look at NVIDIA try. I'm short right now, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it goes the other way. To be honest. There we go. Looks like I wasn't wrong, unfortunately. Let's see if we get a breakdown some more here. Ready bloody market here. Short a little bit more, 40 shares. Try to be patient here, but market's red. Covering, 25 shares left. Writing that down, covering. All right, so we've made some money, but not the market you want right now. We'll see if we can keep shorting at the opening bell. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. We got the rosy emoji. Hey. All right, so we got another little pop-up. NVIDIA actually pretty sideways here. All right, we're in 50 shares. The SPY on this pop back. We're going to see if we can get a continuation. There's 75 shares. We'll scale into 100 if we can. All right, we just covered half. We didn't get the chance to scale into 100. We only got 75 there, which is okay. Covering, 10 shares left. Covering. All right. So attacking this downtrend here. All right, so we just made about $125 on Top Step. Also using this, we're gonna go ahead and cut that and get out. So we're up about 120 on Top Step today. So we're short in both markets here. We're gonna start to short into this bounce back. Small size. See if we reject a VWAP here. There's 30 shares, 40 shares, 50 shares. Pretty red few candles here. Covering. 25 shares left. Trying to catch this rejection. Shorting on Top Step simultaneously, trying to take the same strategies. Up about 250 on Top Step, writing this down, covering. So up about 30 on this. Bed Bath break it down. NVIDIA break it down as well. APCO is now up to 865s. It is halted on the upside for HPCO. So HPCO is now halted on the upside here, team. Wow. So getting some bloody action here in the markets, team. We're going to short into this in anticipation of a rejection. And there's the rejection. Doing the same thing on Top Step. As you can see, we're up about 400 on Top Step. And I hope you guys can see we can trade the same scalping strategies that we're using in stocks and futures. Same exact thing. There goes All right, so we're going to go ahead and cover there. Up about 35 on the day in about 8 minutes. HPCO is up to 902s here, 902s. And again, same exact scalping strategy I'm using on Top Step, trying to get funded. So if you don't have a $30,000 account like me, you can try to get funded on Top Step. And I'll post this link here. You can get 20% off if you use the link. They're a funded account program. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. Here is the link if you want to check them out. Great way to help support your boy here. Here goes the SPY trying to push back up. We're not going to take a huge trade now. We're going to do 25 shares in case we get a flush right back down. All right, we're not going to get more than this. NVIDIA is still dumping down here. We do have Disney starting to creep back up some. We're just going to get out there. So we lost a couple bucks, but we might actually flush back down. We're going to wait. Man, HPCO is now halted again on the upside. So HPCO halted on the upside now as well. 970s. All right, we got an upwick here. I like that a little bit better now in the market. We're going to buy 25 shares. We start to squeeze up past these levels, we're cutting it. We start to break over VWAP, we're cutting it. Everything else starting to break down. SPY starting to rip back up though, so we're going to pause and wait. Yeah, and for good reason, it looks like market's starting to pull a red to green move. Is there a squeeze for BBBY? Oh, man, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. BBBY is still red on the day. SPY starting to pull red. Y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button here. Certainly appreciate the love, team. We're going to keep growing. SPY starting to push back up. And so we've had a pretty good open so far. So we're going to pause and wait. Now, see if we get a red to green move on the SPY here. So we'll buy a dip now, a pullback here. We're not going to buy this rip. We're going to buy a pullback after the rip is what we're going to look for. Even a small pullback like this. So there's a dip. We'll take 50 shares here. There is a chance that we go straight neutral sideways on me. But I don't mind buying into this. Hoping that the markets turn green on the day. All right, 75 shares. Take our first 100 share position on the day right around middle range here. Let's see if we get a fly back up to test highs. That's what we want. There we go. Covered a piece. 25 shares or 50 shares left. Cover another piece. Okay, we'll go ahead and get out there. So we made some money back. We might add right back to this one. All right, we're at 50 shares again. Got to try to scale back into 100 here. 75. Not going to add over 75, actually. I think I'm just going to sit here. We started to test VWAP again. We're going to be signaling a choppy trend. And luckily, we have a cushion on the day to be able to fight this. But, yeah. We're just going to have to wait now. We start to get back over VWAP is a bad sign for the upward trend that we want. Yeah, we'll get out break even here. And yeah, it's not good for us. We'll cut that. Very small gain on the SPY now, unfortunately. So we kind of lost some of our profit, but that's okay. Maybe we bounce back, but we could also just be sideways, neutral. Certainly possible. Kind of kicking back here, watching the SPY. Now we're going to pause our trading until we get some type of favorable activity at this point. We just made a little bit on the Q. So we did get a pop right at VWAP. Maybe we should have waited, but our Apple trade's actually back in the green now, so that's nice. NVIDIA's still kind of breaking under 142s here. We jumped in this Q trade now, and so we're just kind of riding this up with 25 shares. NVIDIA breaking lows here, though. That might drag this down short term. Yeah, we're going to get out this break even now, roughly. Close to break even. Apple's still looking pretty solid. But, Bed Bath broke down, and the problem is NVIDIA is just dumping down here. That's the real risk. Kind of going back and forth with a few different things here. The SPY and Q. We're trying to ride them up, but they're kind of chopping us back and forth. So luckily we haven't taken any big loss. We're just kind of going back and forth with these. Sideways neutral trend. We're hoping the SPY can hold the VWAP. The Q can hold VWAP here. And I'll show you this. Now that we are getting a rip up, which is cool, but... we have to wait. We'll take a piece of that off. Oh, no, we just added to it. Oops. Hey, it worked out. Oh, we made a little bit. That huge downwig just caught me back on the downside. But that's all right. Apple is back in the green today, too, so that's nice. Kind of fighting back after some losses here. We'll see if we add back on the bottom. I like these wicks. I think this is indicative of strength, but you never really know with these. We're in 50 shares. Yeah, and there it goes, just turning back down here, breaking under VWAP here. That's a bad sign. I'm going to cut it immediately here and get out break even over the past couple of trades. That's a bad sign. Breaking back under VWAP is not good. It could signify just choppy neutral action. Snap. NVIDIA dumping down here, so NVIDIA just bleeding today, man. Just blood red right now, unfortunately. Just bleeding. Not the best, for sure. So yeah, market's starting to bleed here. We're going to short the SPY now. We're going to pivot to shorting. See if we get better luck on that side here. There we go. Shorting a little bit. Starting to break down here. Watching NVIDIA break. That's dragging the SPY down too. So on these pops, ooh, I don't like that pop at all, man. Yeah, this is chop city. We're gonna cut and just wait. I'm probably just gonna close it down, guys. I just don't see anything super favorable that I like right now. Market's very choppy. Everything's kind of slow and boring, and so I think I'm just gonna close it down and just enjoy my day here. Before we do that, though, y'all check out a few different platforms. Number one, y'all check out Stonk.tech. Stonk.tech is a trading social media site for retail traders. They're going to give you free investing tools like dark pool access, option flow access, a lot of other free tools for traders once they go live. Their wait list is here, and their job is to kind of, protect retail traders and help retail traders as a social media platform. If you look at their blog, they've got some great stuff. They got an amazing team here, and they're going to be going live pretty soon. And so if you want to join the wait list, help support your boy here and check them out. We are going to be on there when we go live. And of course, we're always stay on YouTube. We're going to be streaming on YouTube as always here. But yeah, check out Stonk.tech. Again, we are up a sizable amount, even though we're slightly break even or slightly red here. We're up almost 400 on Top Step again, trying to get funded on these Top Step accounts. And we don't really need to get funded because we've got a big boy account live on TOS Anywhere where we trade about 120K in buying power. But if you look at my results here, we're trading the same way. that we do in stocks. We're up. What are we up? We're up about $1,300 right now on Top Step, about $1,300. And so again, if you want to try out Top Step, try to get funded like I'm doing, I'll post this link. You can get 20% off if you use my link. Great way to help support your boy here and this channel overall as well. And yeah, guys, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down. Good luck. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, team. Just not a lot of action today. Chop City, and I'm not trying to give back any profits. It's already a gloomy red day anyway. So yeah, with that said, guys, listen, love you all. Have a good day. Y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys a little bit later.